So debugging, which will help us to see there is two purpose of debugging. So many people think that debugging is only to find the errors. Okay, debugging is not only to find the errors. Debugging also will help us to forcefully pass some values into already created documents. Okay, or if you want to change something which is not editable, which is grayed out, it's not editable. So even that you can change it through debugging. That means whenever you want to forcefully, say suppose you created a sales order, in that you want to change something, okay, some field which is grayed out. By going to change mode of sales document VA02, you cannot change it. Why? Because it's already grayed out. So even that kinds of fields you can change using through debugging. That's one purpose with the debugging. And second thing, fixing the errors. That means finding the errors. Okay. So say suppose you created a sales order and system is throwing some error. Okay, so you are not able to find out what is that error. So through debugging, system will take you exactly to that particular error and will show you what is causing this error. Okay, so why this error was shown. Then you can fix that issue. Okay, so let's do this. See these two scenarios. Okay, let us see these two scenarios. How to first let's see how to forcefully pass some values. So best example is say suppose you created a sales document and all the process has been done, but later your FI consultant has find out that cost center is missing. Okay, so you already sent an invoice also to the customer. Order is created, delivery is created, invoice is created. You have sent the invoice to the customer and you have received the payment also from the customer. Okay, but at the month ending or the month starting or sometime whenever your FI consultant doing some audit or a year-end activity, so in the year-end activity sometime he found that some cost center or some field which is missing in one document. So you cannot raise a new invoice to the customer, which why? Because it has been a long time, you already raised the invoice, you received the payment and everything has been done. So now you want to pass on this particular cost center into the document. Okay. So how you can pass on the cost center into document using the debugging. So you don't need to again cancel the invoice, raise a new invoice to the customer. You don't need to do these all things. Just pass that value into the already created documents or change something in already created documents. So these all things you can do using the debugging. So let's see the first activity of the debugging. Okay, let me just log in into the system. Okay, so let's first see how to change something. Okay, in already created document, if you either you want to forcefully pass some value into a document which is already created, or you want to edit or change some value which is already there in the document, but which is not a editable field. Okay, it's not an editable field, it's a grayed out, but still you want to change that value. So let's see first how to do that. So let me go to SE11. Okay, ABAP additional SE11, and you just give some table name. Say suppose VBAK, some table, sales document header, and click on the display. Okay, display. So you can see the sales documents complete, like what all the sales document you have. Just click on this particular contents and execute. So these all are the sales documents what we have in this system. So VBALN, this is the sales document numbers. Okay. Now let's see, say suppose for this 4971 sales document, let me just double click. You see, these are the values which you have under the 4971 sales document number. These are values which are maintained. Say DM is, what is that? It's a currency, might be, right? So or else you can see the sales area 101200. Okay, so you'll see what all the fields you have maintained. So sale pricing procedure for this sales document, creation time, what is the date you created, every field you can see in that particular sales document, but these are grayed out field. These are uneditable fields. Say suppose if I take this particular number and open this particular sales document under change mode VS02, VS02. Okay, so this is the sales order number which we are just looking into. If you see this particular document, there will be some fields which are grayed out. Now you cannot change that. Okay, in this particular document, you may not be able to change. Say suppose document item sequence, say 10, or okay, order quantity you can change. Not this. Let's go to header. Yeah, RV0001. You see it is grayed out here. You cannot change it here. As well as you can see the same field here also showing that it's a grayed out value. Where is it? Yeah, you see RV0001. It's a grayed out value here, as well as it's also a grayed out value in the sales document you can see here. Like this, you see who created this? Cura has created. Okay, okay, on what date it has been created? 7/1/97, right? That's what it's showing here. 7 this is my, yeah, 7/1/97. This is the date it was created, and who created it? Cura has created. So all the data you can see in the sales document, but these are uneditable. You cannot change this. As well as in the sales document, if you go to the change mode VS02 also, you cannot change certain values, but I want to change them. Or sometimes what happens, you have missed some field, it is blank, like cost center, okay, or some other fields. Okay, so you haven't entered those fields, or you haven't maintained it. Okay, document currency DEM, you see all the values whatever you are seeing here, you will be seeing here. Okay, so either you can change them, or some fields like this which are blank now, you can pass value onto this particular document. So how to do that? So when you are here, just debugging, the transaction code for debugging is /h. Okay, the transaction code for debugging is /h. Press /h. See, and you need to press this /h whenever you are in that particular program. Okay, whenever you are in that particular program, then only you need to execute it. Say suppose debugging has been switched on. You can either click on this message or just press enter. Okay, when you press enter, this is the debugging screen. You can see the controls, F5, single step. How you want to do the debugging? Single step, execute, and return, and F8, continue. Okay. Now let's do one thing. Let's put a breakpoint. Okay. Breakpoint means system will go to that particular in a program, that line, and it will stop there. Okay. It will stop there. So let's do this once again. I'll show you. /n S11, okay, VBAK, just sales documents. I want to find out, execute. Okay, let's take the sales order number, and yeah, I'll just double click it this. Okay, you are seeing this now, plus /n, or else I'll go with the company code. Okay, let's do this way. I'll go with the company code data. Okay, I'll go with company code data, and I'll show the values, and we can easily understand. /n SC11. Okay, I'll go to T001 company code T00. Go to details, and my company code Z900, which I have in my system. Execute. See, Galaxy Pharma and Hyderabad Z900. So throughout the training, this is what we have learned, right? So for that, I have maintained country India, currency INR, and chart of accounts INT and fiscal year variant K4. This is what we maintain, right? So now let's see all the data. You see all the data for this particular company code, what all we maintain, you can see here, but they are grayed out. See, my fiscal year variant at that time, say suppose, let's assume, okay, only for our discussion sake, it is K4, but I want to change it to V3. Okay, currency INR, I want to change it to dollar. In language English, I want to change it to something as DE, but I cannot do it here now. So how to do that? Slash, okay, what I want to change, say suppose I want to change fiscal year variant, okay, slash H, enter. So debugging mode has been switched on, again enter, right? So once you are here, just go to on the top debugger and switch to classic debugger, okay, classic debugger. And first you need to decide where to put the breakpoint. So I want to put a breakpoint here, so code show, just double click this. When you double click this, system will show you the field, but I don't want to just only view, okay, I want to edit it, right? So code edit, okay, code edit, and press this pencil change icon, okay, press this change, okay. Now press F8, press F8. You see, earlier this all fields was grayed out, but now they have become editable fields. So you can edit any field whatever you want. Now you can edit. Okay. So you just edit it and save it. Say suppose I don't want INR, I want to make it as Euro, EUR, enter, and I'll save this. Okay. Has been successfully saved to euros. If I go and check my company code now, say suppose SPRO, enterprise structure, definition, and financial accounting, edit, copy, delete, check company code, and just edit company code. I just only want to see the value Z900, right? Galaxy Pharma, select this and go to details. You see, it was Euro. See, we can change it here. Okay, so we can change it here, but we are trying to do that with debugging. Okay, we are trying to do it with debugging. Why? Because suppose certain times if you don't maintain this value, then at the debugging you can do it. Now it is Euro, right? Let us change that to INR. The same process, do reverse engineering, and let's change it to the INR back. So can anyone explain the steps? How to do this? Anyone? Go ahead. Tell me the steps.
AC11.
Yeah, just a minute. I'll execute. First go to
AC11.
okay, SC11 table and click on display.
Table. Display.
Okay,
Okay.
click on this particular content.
Then click on company code.
Select company code and click on contents. Right. Then
Okay. Yes.
mention your company code.
Company code name.
Okay, and click on executive.
Execute.
So, execute. Right. So now select this and go to detail display. You see, earlier it was INR, now it is Euro. But again, I want to change it back to Euro to INR. So now tell me the debugging process.
/H.
/H, debugging is switched on, enter. Go select a debugger on the top, go to classic
And
debugger,
old classic debugger. Yes.
click the classic debugger, and where you want to put the breakpoint, that means where you want that particular system to stop. So just highlight that, double click it. So system says field copied and system has put a breakpoint here. Now instead of show, let's make it as edit and click on this particular pencil change icon. and now F8. You see, euro. Let us change it back to INR. Save it. INR, right? Now let me go back and check in my company code data. Z900. Select this particular. You see, euro has been changed to INR. So I hope you understood the process now, right? And for what purpose we use this? One purpose is either if you want to change some values like this, or when you want to forcibly pass some values which you haven't maintained while creating the transaction. While creating the transaction, if you don't maintain them, but later you can forcibly pass using through debugging, or instead of going to change mode or something like this, you can change the values using the debugging. Okay, I have taken a basic example for you to understand. So let's not make complicate these technical concepts in understanding. Okay, so I have taken a basic example for you, but this can be used for more complicated scenarios also. So this is the first scenario where debugging is used to either forcibly pass some value or change some value using debugging. That's what we finished. Let's see second scenario. Second scenario in the debugging is identifying the issue. Okay. See, you are creating a sales order and all the time system is saying some, throwing some issue, saying that uh, what is the best example? Yeah, shipping point not determined. That's what the error system is saying. All the time system is telling shipping point not determination, not determined. So what you will do? You'll go back and check the shipping point determination you maintained. Okay. So what is the T code for shipping point determination?
OVL2.
OVL2. So what you will do in standard, generally go to OVL2 and check the combination. Okay, everything is maintained perfectly, but still system is throwing all the time that error. Okay, so now you want to find out what's going wrong. Okay, why? Because you might be in a support project, but at the time of implementation they have done some enhancement, or this project has been supported by some other company earlier, and now your company is supporting and you are the part of that project to support. So at that time they have maintained some enhancement but haven't maintained proper documentation. So that information you don't have that information, right? Well, that's what we discussed, right? Why we create config documents? We create config documents for the KT so that you can understand the next guy who handles the project or next company who handles the project. It will help them to understand what all enhancements and changes you have done earlier, right? But there is no proper documentation, so you are not getting what went wrong. Okay, so debugging will help you to identify the problem. Okay, that means to test or to understand debugging for you in the training session, first you should get an error. Okay, so let's create one error. Okay, let's create one error. So the best error what we can simulate in the IDA system in the training scope to understand the best error is, uh, let's do one thing. Let's go to slash and VOV8 and sales document type standard OR. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So what is this field? Anyone? What is this controls?
It will check the item division with the header division.
Right. So this will control that system should take division from item in a sales document. And what does this control? Check division.
If the
It
division
shows the
deviates from the
Hmm.
error message, warning message, or
Yeah.
if
When?
it deviates from the
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
if the
ahead.
division is deviates from the header level, it will
Okay.
give error message.
Hmm. Yeah. Right. So if at any time if it is deviating from header, then system will help you to give, like, say, no message, warning message, or error message. That's what you can control, right? What happens if I maintain this both simultaneously? Can I maintain this both at a time? If I put
No.
warning, if I put warning, it's okay. But if I put error, system will throw error message. So let's simulate this error. I'll save this and let's now create a sales order /n vs01 or 1000. So this is the standard sales area. Okay. Now let's create an order for this customer and let also check what is the division maintained for this item. Okay. Just a minute. 1000. And what item I want to create, that is for 100 200. So let's go to MM02 and check what is the division. What is the material? 100 200. Okay, what's the division for this particular 100 200 material? Division is 01. So in the controls I am telling that item division, take division from material master for this. At the same time I am telling system that if this deviating, just throw me an error. Why? Because what is the sales area I'm using here? You see, here I'm using division at the header level 00, but at the item level I am using a division 01. That means there is a conflict between header and item. So if I press enter, now let's see what system says. Throws an error. What error? Division 00 in the header, it's deviating from 01 in the item, right? The item division is 01, header division is 00. Okay, so now you don't know. See, let's forget about the configuration what we have changed via V8. Let's assume that you don't know why this error is coming. So how you can fix it? If you know, okay, if you're quite knowledgeable, or if you know what is went wrong, you will go back to VOV8 and you will just remove the header division, or you will remove the item division, so that system will allow you to create an order. But let's forget about that. You are getting error. So how you will be finding out, like, say, what is this error? Okay, why system is stopping this? So debugging will help you to do that. Okay, so how to debug this particular issue, error? Double click on this particular error. When you double click on this error, you will have technical data. So this technical information, click on this technical information. Once you click on this technical information, copy this or just make a note. What is the application area and what is the message number? Okay, application area and message number. Someone just remember this. Application area is V1 and message number is 370, right? Okay, okay, just close that. V1 370. Now go back to some screen and start debugging. /n/h. Start debugging /h. Debugging is on. Enter. Just a minute. Oh yeah, debugging is on, right? Now, where you want to put a breakpoint? That means this error, where you are getting this error, whenever you create a sales order, at some point system is throwing an error for you, right? So you want to exactly find where this error is coming in a program. So how do you find that? You go to this particular debugger and you want to put some breakpoint. Where you want to put the breakpoint? Wherever system is throwing that message error, wherever that error is coming. So why? Because sometimes you might be having 10,000 lines of code. You cannot read and watch every line, right? So if you put a breakpoint at exactly that place of that error, system will show you that code what's making it an error. So how to put a breakpoint? Create breakpoint. Click this stop icon you see here. Click on this. And how you want to put a breakpoint? Message, error message. When you click on message, system will ask you what is the ID and what is the number. Okay, so application V1 and number, what is that? 370, right? 370.
370.
Enter. So breakpoint has been set. You see, breakpoint has been set. Okay, save it. You have put a breakpoint in the program. Save it. Okay, yeah. Breakpoints were converted to session breakups. So now go back and create a sales order. Just closing all other tabs. Okay, now go back and create a sale. Oh, what is this? Let me open one more window. Okay, let me create a sales order now. VA01 OR Material 100, 200, 1. Now if I press enter, what happens? Anyone? You see, when I press enter, you see, system has directly taken me to the debugging, and system has taken me where this error message is coming from. And what is this error? You can see VBAP. What is this? Anyone? What is VBAP table?
Item data.
Item. And what is VBAK?
Item data.
What is VBAK?
Header data.
What is spot? What is the field name spot?
It is
Division.
Division, right? What system is telling? If item data, if item division is not equal to header division. So now you can, with some knowledge, you can easily read out this particular message and you can find out what's the error causing. Okay. Now you know, right? You know that, right? What's the error? So what is that? So this item data, item division is conflicting with header division. That is the reason system is showing that particular error. Got it? So this is the second purpose what you can use this particular debugging for. So one is you can either forcefully pass or edit some fields which is already grayed out, or second purpose of the debugging, you can find out some errors. Okay, whenever you creating some transactions or something, whenever you get some error, that errors you can find out using the breakpoints. Okay, see, in the interviews we will be getting these questions: what is breakpoint, what is watch point, what is F5, what is F6, what is F7, what is F8. Okay, so this is the most probably this is the questions which you'll be facing in the interviews. Okay, and second thing, don't stretch much on this particular technical learning. Why? Because see, as a functional consultant you should have knowledge. Up to what knowledge you should have? You should understand what is that error technically and you should communicate that to ABAP so that to fix it. Okay, if you have that knowledge, it's good enough. Okay, and you are the most preferred and chosen one in interview or in a project if you have this additional knowledge. It's not mandatory, but it's always good to have some more extended knowledge to differentiate from others. Okay, so this is debugging. Now, I hope you are almost preparing since last 2 months and you are at some position now in SD concepts, right? Just see, can you answer these questions, anyone? Forget about these questions. Anyway, it is the case-to-case individual basics. Okay, let's come into the concept. Okay, have you worked in cutover period, anyone? And what is that and what is your role?
Core period is a data migration from a legacy system to a SAP system.
Right. So VPRS condition type is missing in a sales order. What can be the reason?
Cost may not be maintained in material master.
It's maintained.
Master, yeah.
It's maintained. It's maintained, but VPRS condition type is not determined into the sales document. Requirement 4. What is pricing requirement 4?
It will check that VPRS
Cost.
Whether in the TVAP table it checks determine cost is activated or not, right?
Yeah.
If some condition type is missing in sales order, what you do? You'll go to analyze.
Check the requirement.
Yeah.
And,
right. So can we have 2 base prices in a sales document?
Yes, you can have 2 best price.
yeah, we may have.
in a graduate skill we can have, but in
In the graduate. Yes.
So you see, did we discuss this?
Yes, we have discussed.
Did we discuss this?
Yes.
This and cutover?
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yes.
So see, first don't tell it is possible. Why? Because it's not possible. That is the first thing. And later if they ask you, is it possible in any scenarios, then only tell it is a graduated skill. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. So condition types controls, okay, leave it at that point. Okay, what is ERL and ERS account key?
ERL is
For revenue, ERS for discount.
Deductions.
Here is the rebate. Yeah.
We discussed.
Yes.
What is the requirement for rebates? And
It
what
has to
does
be
it
activated.
mean?
64, 24, and subtotal is 7.
Yeah, rebate is 20. No, see, when they ask about requirement, only tell requirement, don't tell subtotal. Why? Because he may take you to another question from there. Don't give any chance to ask a supplement question. Pratik, getting?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
So be to the point whatever they ask. Why? Because if you say subtotal 7, then he will ask you, okay, subtotal, how you used in your project. So there might be a supplement question. First, try to avoid supplement questions. Okay, what is the subtotal for VPRS?
Okay,
Just now I told you. Subtotal VPRS 4. Okay.
4, sir.
Yeah. Why condition type is assigned in OVKK screen? Why condition type
Uh,
is assigned in OVKK?
To see amount
Because,
in sales
because
or
the base pricing type we have to assign for the pricing procedure.
Okay. So did we discuss?
Yes.
So how you feel these questions? Is it a straight away whatever from the training, or how you feel about
Straight
this?
away. Yeah, straight away from the training.
Let us see some more questions also. Some more questions. What is the use of requirement? Okay, we discussed. Tell me some controls. Okay, let's go on. Okay, what is the moment type for STO? And you remember anyone? How much I have pressured and told you about the moment types? Anyone remember how many times I told
Yes.
you?
Yes.
For sure I told you, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
see how many questions they asked on moment type. I'll tell you what is the questions we are seeing now. I'll tell you what are they. So okay, this is one. And where do you check stock in transit? Where do you activate this stock in
Yes.
transit?
Oh, it's stock in transit is
STO to
no.
Yeah,
No, it's
In availability check, sir. In availability check.
OVZ9 availability check. You have that checkbox,
now.
right?
Yes.
Yeah. And Mohan, it is correct what you told. This is used in the two-step process of STO. Update group, did we discuss?
Yeah, easy.
We
Yes,
discussed.
sir.
Horizon period, did we discuss?
Horizon period. Yeah.
We discussed.
OM01.
Infrastructure. See, this is how you will get a question. Did you work on debugging? Yes. Did you work on user exits? Yes. They'll not dig very deep into the technicals. Why? Because you are not a technical consultant. You are a functional consultant. Okay. See, what FS documents you have prepared? Okay. You have some samples. I'll send you. Okay. What is VBFA table? What is this VBFA?
It is document flow.
Right? You know it. What is VBKD?
Business data.
Business data. We know it, right? And what is account determination?
Account determination.
Revenue
It's
account determination.
selecting the vendor.
Loss of data.
It's nothing but
Loss of data.
account determination is nothing but a revenue account determination.
Yeah.
Okay.
Determining GL account by process.
Yeah. And
GL accounts by using the products.
yes. What is storage location determination, plant determination, shipping point determination? And you can see some more questions here. What is the moment type of return? What is the moment type for return?
677.
20.
What is one-time account? Did we discuss one-time account?
Yeah, in account determination. Account group we decide.
Every time customer it needs address for the new address for the customer.
Yeah. And the reconciliation account. We discussed reconciliation account.
Yes, sir.
We'll be using
it is the customer GL account where revenue accumulated.
For customer account, GL account will be determined by using this reconciliation account.
So now you tell me individually how you feel about these questions. What do you feel about these questions? Individually.
Sir, confident.
So
Yeah.
how much percentage is of from our training?
More than 90%, sir.
More than 90%. You are confident, right? Mahavir,
Yes,
yourself?
yes, Praveen.
Mahavir.
Yeah, 200%. 200%.
200%. Pratik, yourself and Nihar, right? So now let me tell you, these are the questions which one of the training has faced in which companies. Let me show you. I'll just show you. I just don't want to take his name. So let me show you just a minute. Yeah. Can you see the screen now?
No. Oh, yeah. I've seen this
Yes.
screen here.
Yeah. You see, these are the questions the guy who has faced in Infosys, TCS, Capgemini, Entity Data, Deloitte, PwC. Sorry. Yeah. Almost. You see the company names. Infos. You see. Let's see whatever he's saying. Please find the interview questions I have faced till now. I didn't remember questions company wise, but noted down all the questions. Okay. So in which companies? Infosys, TCS, Capgemini, Entity Data, Deloitte, PwC, EY, Novartis, Bristol Cone, Mindtree, and Ash Technologies. What do you say now? So
Yeah.
what do you say now? And this is what he has sent me, and you can see I'm very much thankful for your help because everything from the videos and training. Yeah, now you tell me, you are confident?
Yes.
Yes, Praveen. Confident.
Okay, so you will not
Yes,
face
sir.
anything more than this. Why? Because always something is left out. Okay, you cannot be never 100%. Okay, you cannot learn something 100%. You cannot be an expert on some 100% in everything. So if you prepare, it will take another 6 months, 1 year, next 5 years also, you'll be still preparing. Okay. So whatever you have prepared and learned up to now, it is much more than enough for you to get a package of 8 lakhs plus and to get a job immediately. Got it?
Yeah.
So have some, like say, dot, put a dot some at point and upload your resume and go for interviews. Okay. So these are the questions what he has faced and he has sent to me. And I hope if I give some time for you, 99% questions you will solve it, right? What do you say?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, Praveen.
Right? At least
Yes, sir.
90% you will solve these questions if I send you and give some time. Okay?
Yes.
So now be confident and upload your resume. Okay? You see this? Did we discuss this? Did I told you? You go back and watch again the pricing video. At the time of header condition, I might tell you, for sure you will face one question on header condition. What do you say? Did I told or not?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
For sure I told, right? Either you will get one on group condition or header condition. For sure I told you. You see group condition, header condition. Right? So whatever I say in the class, in the training time, whatever I say to you, now you can correlate, I guess, right? When I say if it is something important, that is important. Starting from reconciliation account, the first interview question what I told you at the time of customer master, right? I told you, I guess, reconciliation account, for sure they'll ask you.
Yes, sir.
Go back and watch the videos.
Yes.
Whatever I told you, see, did I told about this? Where do you maintain pick pack time and loading time?
Yeah, in
Yes.
shipping point
Yes,
and
sir. Yes, sir.
In shipping point
Yes.
and which?
other
Shipping point and route determination.
and
Two
up
bit of
and
motion.
route definition.
We discussed?
Yes.
Yes, yes. We discussed.
Yeah. So whatever I told you in the class when we are having the training, that is this for sure you'll be getting this question or there is likely chance of getting this question. Those all you can see here, I guess, right?
Yes, Praveen.
So now be confident, be confident. How many times I told you that for sure you'll face a question on horizon period or 01102. And if you go and watch my credit management video, you will be knowing, I guess. I told you at that time, for sure, whatever we discuss in this credit management concept, the same questions you will be facing in the interview I told you, right? The same questions you see here. Some controls in credit
On credit.
management and I hope it is 100%. Okay. Yeah. So that's it. Okay, you are done, but you are thinking that there is something left out. I need more preparation or something. No, you are very much done with your training and your preparation. Just 1 week, 10 days, take some time, refresh, brush yourself, upload your resume. If you need some mock interviews, let's schedule some and time and have some mock interviews. Got it? Yeah.
Okay.
Sir, but the